Hi everyone, welcome back to the Carver's Wood Shop. We're still working on this one piece. When I was offline, I smoothed out the hole with a knife. I took a knife and smoothed out everything around, okay? I'm using one of the Murphy knives that my students use so you can see how it works. It's a good knife for detailing and do some rough cutouts, so I decided to use one to show you how it works. But meanwhile, I drew this little portion right here that you see is you know, this area right here. So, and what we did is a little bit of chip carving in that, so we want to draw that out a little bit. And I try to do it as, I do it freehand. You can use a ruler if you want. That is up to you. Just to give me an idea where this is going to be. And I'll straighten this up a little bit as I'm carving it. Sometimes you can make the line a little straighter with your knife if you see it's a little crooked. And then one down the center. And then just across is what we're going to put on here. Like from corner to corner. Now this is not exactly, you know, to the letter like chip carving can be. But while I was off for a couple of days here between the first video and this, and I did this one here that you see. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit different. You see, I have the lines. This is not finished off yet. I still have a little more sanding to do, but it's definitely a little different. And that's the nice thing about the spoons. You can make them all kinds of sizes. You can see it's a little bit larger, or you can make it a little bit smaller, and this is what I started with. The other thing is this one here is made out of poplar. This is made out of pine. Poplar, this is tulip poplar. And actually, where I found this extra piece was I saw some pallets, wooden pallets, and this was the bottom part of the wooden pallet. I just sawed a little piece, and it was poplar wood. They use a lot for that, and a tulip poplar. And I decided to make something out of a pallet, and this is one of the pieces from that. And you can see how nice and white that is. Now it will get a little bit darker when you put the mineral oil on it later, but one thing with pine, it has a little bit of an odor yet to it. I have to put a few more coats on it, but this really doesn't have any odor at all. So if you don't like that pine cone or odor or the pine wood odor, then you want to go with this. But let's finish this up. On our last segment, I had you trim, we were just about to trim the whole outside, and that's what we're doing now. Okay, so you smooth all this out, then you make your little line going across and put a stop cut there, and then undercut it like I did here. Okay, and after you do that, I'm going to kind of make the same pattern as of what I have here to show you. One thing you want to do is take your pencil and kind of put where your spoon is going to be, and you want to keep it like 1/8 of an inch away, kind of close, but maybe 1/8 of an inch away from your edge. Alright, but before we do this, what I had done earlier was I took my knife and we made that bit of a curvature there, and what we're going to do is we're just going to round the back portion of the spoon like you see here. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll show you how to make sure your thumb guard and your glove is on. I'm sorry I haven't done a whole lot here lately on YouTube for you folks. You know, trying to find new ideas sometimes comes easy, and sometimes it's not as easy. And also it's the time to take them, you know, time to the videotape them and all that. And I'll leave this one up for a while before I put it into a DVD for you folks that are learning how to do spoons. See how I'm rounding that off? Pretty simple. And I'm just having fun with it because it's something new I haven't done before. There's something neat about venturing into new areas with carving, at least trying something once. I've tried chainsaw carving already. Now what we're going to do is we're going to round the top off here as well. So we're just going to kind of, you got to be mindful how this thing is, how the grain is running. The grain is running up and down this, so. Alright, we're going to go over here and do the same thing. Some of this I will do offline to show you, but it's pretty simple. You guys have the idea of how to do this. It just takes time to go around and smooth everything out. And don't forget to flip your spoon over. Now we're going to do, we have that kind of roughly done, and now we're going to go to the spoon itself, and we're going to round this off. These Murphy knives I buy from a supply house, Don at Hillcrest Carving in Lancaster, and he has he pre-sharpens these for me, so they're ready to go for my students. So if you take my class and you don't have a knife, we'll supply all that for you. You know, so take heart. If you're really new to carving, don't worry about where you're going to get your tools. We'll get you set up. Now, a lot of the stuff with carving these spoons, it takes a lot of time to sand them down. I'm not a fan of sanding anything, to be honest with you. I like to just be able to, okay, now you can see how the spoon's coming out now, okay? And so the one thing I'm going to do, see there's a little bit more of a roundness there where it's coming up from the spoon, so I'm going to dig that out a little further. Just like so, see it? You know, and a lot of it's just eyeballing it. Stop carving for a while and assess it, and then go back and, you know, see what else needs. See if the sides are even, or, you know, try to get the bulk of the, you know, see how nice and round that's starting to become. And take little chips. If you take big chips, you're going to have a big gouge in there. So remember, just take little chips out as you get to the final portions. You know, just go over it lightly like I'm doing now. Eliminates a lot of sanding that way. Okay, so basically that's all we do with the handle right for now. And really there's a few stop cuts up here. When we come back, I'll show you how I do this pattern at the top, and we'll be right back.